and shed a tear, waiting for you long time, baby, was so hard for me to do. You said me and you forever will be one, but now you're gone. And
Thought I'll take the Harley up Duck Creek Road. So just closing the gate behind me now. So this will be interesting. I've done it on the Triumph, I've done it on the 1290. What I'm going to do, a little bit of a different video. I'm going to have the camera chin mounted, so I'll have the camera hanging off my chin. I'm going to talk you through it on the way up instead of just doing the ride. I'm going to talk to you the technical aspects of what I'm doing while I'm hill climbing, and I'll see how I go. There's a storm building up all around. Hopefully I can get up there and back down. Come along for the ride. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you get a few tips out of it. I'm just using the camera mounted straight on the helmet with no internal microphone, so the sound will be coming external. So let's see how it all works out. Come along and hope you enjoy the ride. All right, I've selected off-road mode, and we'll get up to the next gate. Let's get going. Stand up on the bed. Right, well the gate wasn't really properly opened. Anyway, it says to stop and close it, so I'll make sure I close it. Get my bike through. Hope you can hear me okay while I'm doing this today. Last time I got stuck on the 1290 up here in one little bit. So there we go today. Right, so while I'm closing the gate, I'm just going to explain to you what I was talking about there with my hand positions. This gate does nothing. Okay, so when you put your hands on the handlebars, if you keep your hands this way, when you need the throttle, you can only turn the throttle by dropping your elbow here. So what I do is you turn your wrists this way and you make a V in your hand on the grips, and you can turn the throttle more or less like a doorknob. So I'll demonstrate that on the bike. So, right, so looking at my hand here, if I close the grip here, right, which is what a lot of people do, the only way I can use throttle is this arm drops down. But by opening up a V, I can turn the throttle more with my wrist. That's a #1 trick. But what it also does, it forces your elbows out into a stronger position. So here we go. Duck Creek Road. I'm just going to leave the camera rolling. I'm going to talk through it and hopefully you can hear me okay. We'll turn traction control off. Alright, first gear, seated, and I'll tell you as soon as I stand. Alright, I'm already up to my feet. Here we go. First obstacle, steady on the throttle, still in first gear. Leaning forward a little bit over the bike. Well, this is technical. Regulating my throttle and clutch for power delivery. Really gripping the bike tight with my legs around the seat, and my arms are loose so I can move the bike around. This is really gnarly up here. Keep the bike moving. Alright, get rocky. Let's go straight through. Technical, but you got to keep the movement going. You hear how steady I am on the throttle. This is really good fun. Crazy steep. Just like that, we're through the first section. Oh, look at the views already. Okay. Okay, that's the first part of the hill coming up Duck Creek Road. So that's probably the most technical section. It's very rocky and quite steep. So what I was doing there was I grip the bike firmly between my legs around the seat, not around the tank, but I lean my upper body forward, so then my weight is transferred forward over the front of the bike. The whole idea of that is I want drive up the hill. I don't want my body weight falling back. So I lean into the hill as I go up the hill. Anytime I approach something that's a little bit technical, what I do is I suss it out from a distance, I slow down, and then I attack it. So I build my speed up as I get into that technical section. I don't wait till I get to the technical section, hit the brakes, and then try and go again. So I analyze what I'm doing, 20 meters in front all the time. So if I see a technical section 20 or 30 meters away, I'll back off early, drop my speed, and as I get closer, then I'll accelerate into it. I kind of do the same thing in reverse on downhills. So let's say if I'm coming to this turn here and you can't see, I would approach this corner really slow. So when I'm going downhill, the big trick I teach people is start really slow on any downhill and start any uphill a little bit quicker. So that was all first gear. What I do is I've got 2 fingers on the clutch all the time, so I'm regulating. I more or less keep the throttle at one setting. You can hear it's just like purring along nicely. And I regulate my speed more with my clutch than I do with my throttle. I think that could help a lot of people as well, because if you're just using throttle, the bike can pitch very quickly. Like every time it hits the throttle, the bike will lurch forward. So yeah, that should give you a bit of advice there on this whole thing of clutching. So as I'm going through the little dips and I need less power, I actually just pull the clutch in a little bit. I don't necessarily shut off because I want to keep those RPMs at around the same range. So we're about, I don't know, a quarter of the way up. So I'll do it much the same way again. I'll just put the camera on the front of the helmet and I'll talk through some bits as I go up again. So I hope you're enjoying this. I am. Probably the only annoying thing with this bike, I've got to turn traction control off every time I turn the engine off. So traction control light is on, which means TC's off, and I'm in advanced off-road mode. So let's go again. Section 2. Up on the peg. Second. Right, see it's technical, so I slow down back here. I work out what I want to do, and then I accelerate into it. There we go. I pick my line, slow down, accelerate in. Gripping the bike firmly between my legs, in the middle of my seat. Clutch in, another technical section, slow down, now accelerate. It's all about finding a rhythm, not panicking or stressing. This is such a good ride. How good is that? Let's keep going. Another gate up here, which kind of sucks. How's the Harley going? 19-inch front wheel. everyone raves on about you need a 21-inch front wheel. Seems to be going okay. Keep my upper body really loose so I can move around on the bike, but my legs are locked in solid. Oh, this is gnarly, so I'm going up to the left. No, it's going to take me to the right. I want back over to the side, back to the left. Gate number 2 coming up. Ah, shit. I really do hope my talking's coming out okay. I should put the effort in and work out how to use the media mod, but you know, if you can hear me talking, you might get something out of this. Love the way this bike lowers when I start it. Okay. I'm going to talk about while I'm closing this gate. A rough rule of thumb when I start off on little sections like this, and I've taught a few guys this technique, both hill climbing and descending. So by the time the back wheel gets to where the front wheel was, I want to be on my feet, if that makes sense. So as I get moving, I don't wait till I'm halfway up the hill to stand up. I commit nice and early. It was harder work than the riding, closing that gate. So what I do here now is I will want to be on my feet pretty much. You can see that rock there. Okay, so I want to be on my feet before that rock. So I generally just say try and get to your feet before the back wheel gets to where the front wheel was. So I've started, I've got one foot on the foot peg. Make sure the camera's running. Yep. Rightio, so as soon as I go, I'm on my feet. There we go, straight up. First gear. We go over to the left. Using my clutch to regulate the speed, not the throttle. Technical, slow, and then into it. Let traction control on, doesn't matter. I actually thought it'd be wetter up here. It rained yesterday afternoon. Still pretty dry. Second gear, nope, back to first. I'm still running road pressures. I've got 40 psi on the back and maybe like 34 or something in the front, maybe higher, 36. Big kilopascals. So anyway, I'm not getting any wheel spin, which is good. Constantly on the pegs, there's nowhere to sit up here, so I just stay standing. amazing trail. Oh, I don't want to get my Harley muddy. Sitting just around the edge of it. Well, it's slippery. Oh, lost my front end of it there. I'm in second gear. Rained up in here. Not much. Right, now I'll go up to first gear. Technical around this corner, so let's go and have a look. What have we got coming up? Just going to turn traction control off. Then there's some mud up here. Right, traction control's off. I'm seated. Again, I'm going to do the standing as soon as I get going. So I'm on my feet now. There we go. Standing on the balls on my feet, not on the arches. The key to this is, I don't feel the weight of the bike at all, it feels neutral to me. Okay, so I'm not fighting the bike. I'm controlling where I want the bike to be at all times. So my body, my center of gravity, I always want to make the bike feel neutral. So if I lean it that way, I've got to lean that way. To counterbalance, to get back to a zero balance point. Maybe 20 minutes from my house. Just outside Beaudesert on the Kerry Road. Again, really really rocky, so I'm gripping the bike really firmly with my knees, and I'm gripping about midway along my seat. My upper body is leaning forward, and the bike is just cruising up here in first gear. More technical stuff coming, so just roll through it. So I rode the 1290 up here maybe 6 months ago. I mean, to be honest, I don't feel any advantage or disadvantage on either bike. It's more to do with how you're riding it, your throttle input, clutch control, body positioning. Okay, it's really gnarly here, so I've got to keep the bike rolling. I don't want it to deflect. There we go. It's gnarly again. Give it a rock. Very technical section for a big bike. Alright, well, that's a breather. Oh, how's the view? Oh, look at the storm out here. So hopefully I can get in and out of here before that comes. We got hit by one yesterday. This is amazing. The Scenic Rim is just, it just blows my mind every time I'm up here. It's just fantastic. So we started off way down in that valley over there and meandered up through here. So pretty good hill climb. So what we do now, we venture on up and we go up towards, I don't know, little town, what's it called? I'll see the sign. And then we head back down towards Canungra. We've got about 40 k's road riding to get out. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to show you a few things I've done to the bike. For any of you Harley guys that are watching and wondering what I'm up to with this thing. I'm sure no KTM guy wants to know what I'm up to. Oh, hey, I will say the side stand Harley Davidson is just absolute shit. You call that they call it a jiffy stand. I think that's their way of saying it's shit. Give it like a cute name. Rightio. So after much stuffing around with handlebars, risers, blah blah blah, I've actually gone back to the stock handlebar, stock riser. Reason is my other handlebar setup, I couldn't put a tank bag on, so I wanted to use my tank bag. It's always good for when I'm coaching and that. So my riser come back and pushed into here and I couldn't turn the bars. So now I've gone back to the standard riser. I'm just going to suck it up and get used to these handlebars. I put a long cylindrical DB thing in here, and maybe if you look in there you can see a silver thing. So what it looks like is, actually I'll put a photo on here right now of the device I put in here. So it's actually shut it up quite a bit, which is really nice now. It's got a really good throaty sound, got rid of all that weight, but it's not obnoxious, so really happy with it. Man, how good's that color, eh? Well done, Harley Davidson, on picking that color. Actually, you know what, Instagram moment, better get a photo as well. Doing it for the gram. That bike is at such a shit angle. Oh, come on man, you can do better than that. Let's get a better photo. That looks junk. Can we get it up on the center stand here? Struggle. There. That looks better. See how much effort I put into doing my photos? Absolute professional. Instagram. So these are the Continental TKC80. Killing it, eh? My only problem is, it's 2 weeks today we head out west on our big adventure bike ride. I've got about 3 days schools to do on this tyre, so I reckon I'm going to wear it down a bit before I even go. So I either buy another one of these the week before I go and keep this as a spare for when I come home, or I chuck a Motos Tractionator on there as well. So I don't know what I'll do yet. I'll figure it out, and I'm sure you'll know about it. You'll hear me spruiking about what tyre I'm running. So yeah, let's keep going. How incredible. Amazing. Luke O'Reilly's farm. So we're nearly out the top now, and then we head back down the hill. So, but bitumen all the way home. Got about 40 k's of bitumen to get home. Oh, get the camera off there. Whew. I'll film a bit of the bitumen going down as well. I think some people may want to know my opinion on these tyres. So yeah, we're nearly out of here now. I'll clip the camera back on and finish this ride off up to the bitumen, which is about half a k. Rainforest again. So awesome. This is an awesome ride in summer because in here it's just so cool. The temperature drops dramatically. So beautiful. Seriously, the more I ride this bike, the more I just love it, eh? It's so good. I got it wrong with the handlebars. These aren't that bad. They turn back a bit. That's probably my big thing I'm not used to, is that they angle back at me a bit more than, because I'm so used to a motocross bike. But standing then was almost perfect. So anyone who's followed my handlebar tips, don't buy anything straight away. Go and, I mean, experiment with it. I only did this today primarily because of the tank bag, because I wanted to use the tank bag, but now riding it, I've kind of played around with the handlebar position and I'm pretty happy with where it is. So yeah, the only big change I've done to geometry then is how I slid the forks down and fully extended them out and put a rising link on the back. So all the way up there, this thing never scraped once. So I never scraped the 1290 up there. This never scraped as well. So there's probably people that think these things are low slung and too low to the ground. I mean, really, do you want to go up stuff more technical than what I just went up there? And you know, didn't hit the ground. So yeah, hey, look at where I am, right in the middle of a rainforest. So awesome that we live in this great pocket of southeast Queensland where we've got rainforests and waterfalls and everything, and you know, lakes, rivers, absolutely everything. The ocean's only 40 minutes away, so yeah, really enjoying it. And it's still technically winter, you know, so, and I don't know, I've got a bit hot on that ride with the jacket on. So on this sign over here, I'm 33 k's away from Canungra, which is that way, and then I think it's, so I've got about 50k ride to get home, no, about 60 k's to get home. So I'll put the camera on for a bit of the road section, and then yeah, this was today this was either fall asleep on the lounge or go out for a ride. So I went, let's go out for a ride and do a little video. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So what I'll do now is I'll swap over to road mode. You can see that's the off-road plus. That's range, that's road mode, so that's what I'm going to ride down the hill on. Hope you enjoyed that video. Just got home and dodged a bullet. There's a big storm washing through in a couple of minutes here, so didn't get wet. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next video. And hey, 2 weeks today, we head off back out west with Di on the back of the Harley. So looking forward to that adventure. Might be my next video. I might be able to squeeze one more in before then. So we'll see how I go. Catch you all soon. Bye.